Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to Relationship Rhetoric. I'm your host, Unapologetically Angela, and I hope that this beautiful Tuesday has served you well. It has done well for me. I am, as always, so excited to speak with, to engage with the people that I reach out to be on this show. And this particular couple, to me, they don't know this. We didn't have any pre-conversation. To me, you know, when you have just gotten into the relationship and your hormones are all over everywhere and you just in love and just glowing, this is what they represent to me. And they're like this all the time. Of course, I don't really know their business, but when they are out and about and taking pictures, I be like, dang. And these are young people. So I am so honored to have this fresh energy, this young energy, willing to share and talk about their journey and the ups and the downs of it. Both of them individually are some dynamic and some powerful individuals. So to be able to see how they ended up colliding and where they are now, I am excited. I am excited. I'm excited. So I'm going to be done talking. And I would like to present to you and introduce to some Bertram and Talibah. Hi. Hi. Yep, we did. I did.
Okay.
I was trying to make sure she was on point. I had to take care of some lint. I'm just doing my business.
That is what you are supposed to do, sir. How are you lovely people doing?
Swimmingly. I'm doing good.
I love it. Swimmingly. You look swimmingly. Everything you got going on, from the railing to the bed to the plants, the skin. Yeah. See, this is what I mean.
We just trying to match you, because I'm loving this yellow. I see what you do with this plant. It's almost like you got a crown thing going on. And it would be only fitting, right?
Right.
Well, Bertram, you know, you all in your plants, I'm a plant mother as well. And so I take pride. This is the oldest plant that I've owned. So she's been with me everywhere that I have been. So we're here now together. And to see that you have her cousins and her nieces behind you is so exciting.
And it's also only right because we cousins.
That's something.
It makes sense. You gotta pay attention to the signs, okay?
Okay, well, we've done an interview with Bertram, so we're going to start off with Talibah. Talibah, so just give us a synopsis. You are from Memphis, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and so give us just a little snapshot of who you are and where you come from.
Okay, well, my name is Talibah Safiya, and I am a lover, daughter, friend, singer, and businesswoman from Memphis, Tennessee. And I am exploring ways of healing myself and my loved ones and the city through the things I do, whether it be music or business or my relationship or how I think or talk to myself. Yeah.
So you spoke about, we have to jump into, because you spoke about the things that you do. So you don't just do music.
Yes.
Give us a little bit about your businesses.
Okay. Well, I am a jewelry designer with a little jewelry boutique, and we opened a business recently called Mama Sundry, where we sell herbal-based products and goods, getting them in the hands of Memphis people that we love. So me and BJ decided to join our forces, our business minds together with Mama Sundry. And we are learning as we go, but it's been a magical journey thus far. And in that space, I am jewelry designing, but focused a lot on social media as well, and dealing with herbs and trying to figure out how we can get it in the hands of the people who need them.
Nice, nice, very, very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Bertram, where were you in your life before you met Talibah?
I feel like you've asked me something similar to this before. Where was I?
At the DZ.
When we met?
Oh, when we met. Oh, he was in high school. I saved his life.
Yeah, I was at Overton. It's kind of funny. Like, things come full circle, but I was at Overton, and I joined the theater program because I saw this girl with the big red afro standing in line signing up for theater classes, and I said, oh, okay, this is what I want to do in my life. And so
no, he didn't. It's not true.
It's kind of true. And so yeah, probably, I mean, we I guess to give a more solid answer, we've crossed paths at different intersections of our lives, and in this most recent past, you know, I was fresh out of a relationship, an engagement, and I was going through the healing process, or I can't even claim that I was going through the healing process, but I was in need of healing. And you know, we had maintained friendship, and you know, some things you really don't have control over, and you know, Talibah has really been instrumental in helping me like submit to that idea. And so yeah, it was during that time when I guess we were both healing, and we said, let's lick on each other's wounds.
Come on, lick on them. So you all went to high school together?
We did. Overton High School.
Wow.
This started in the theater. So him being the actor that he is, growing the way he is now, is so incredible, because when we met, he was awful.
I was trying though. I was giving him my all.
Your intentions for joining the theater were not correct.
And there that's the thing.
There we go.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so with that being said, what made you stay?
Were they not? I mean, I think they were correct.
Not the theater. Not
exactly.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Angela.
Okay, so your purpose or your intent at the time to join because you saw Talibah. So why did you end up staying in theater? Did you find the passion? You just kept following her.
No, I can't say. Well, she is great. The theater really set me up, or set me on a course to really see different and newer Black stories, and it also gave me a place to kind of disappear into a place to really explore sides of myself that, you know, didn't feel safe just growing up, young Black man in Memphis, you know, wearing pants that sat on my hips. You know, we can start there. And yeah, I feel like I'm getting lost on the question, so I'm gonna shut up now.
Okay, Talibah, so tell me your version of the story.
This is what actually happened. We met in high school. BJ has always been a rebel. Like, he's the type of person that he has to do the things he wants to do. He can't be forced to do anything. So that's been that way his whole life. So he had challenges in high school of showing up on time. And in that case, he ended up going to 3 different high schools. The third one was Overton, which I was a young blossoming actress at the time. And we met in the hallway one day. He was friends with some of my friends, and somehow we got involved in just, I don't know.
No, if you're going to tell the story, tell the story.
Okay, the truth is that BJ told one of my friends that he thought I was pretty. And at the time, I had me a little boyfriend, and I thought I was popping. And I was like, I ain't studying him, blah, blah, blah. Well, that was at the end of my freshman year of high school. I came back the next year, and I saw BJ, and I said, I should have taken a longer look the first time. And I realized that this was something I was interested in. And I planted some seeds amongst the gossips in our theater class and made sure that the word got back to BJ that my eyes were new.
I like it.
Successful. The word did get back to BJ, and he sent me a message on MySpace. And because we were in theater class, we were like going to see Porgy and Bess at the Orpheum Theater. And his message on MySpace was, I got a girlfriend, but we can sit next to each other at the play tonight. And it never ended. So here we are.
Oh, nice. Because now that was going to be my next question. So have you all actually been together since then?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, now y'all really are young old people.
We have lived whole lives.
Okay.
And the interesting thing, well, I'll let you talk about how we've kept in touch always.
Yeah. I think like past liking on each other, we had a really deep kind of respect. There was this kind of kindred spiritedness thing happening with us that we recognized it young. And, you know, growing up, you may be able to relate. Like we navigated other relationships and gave full attention and intention to those. Mm-hmm. However, because like I really not only like value and like respected this young lady's like opinion and insights, I had also gotten close with the family too. And so like we've been fam. And so, you know, holidays would check in and stuff. And so like I was saying a moment ago, it was only, you know, a few years ago that we really kind of had gone through the paces, gone through the relationships, learned valuable lessons, loved and lost love. And then we kind of got to a point where we said, hey, it's you again. What you want to do?
I like it. I like it. I like it. So when that, hey, it's you again, mm-hmm. Can you safely say that that same spark or those new eyes that you were looking through are mature but still see the same?
I'm gonna go.
Okay.
It's different, Angela.
Okay.
And
okay.
I ain't trying to say this because she's right here, but I think folks who are watching this, you may be able to relate to this, but like this year and just this season for us has been so trying that it would either make it go soft or get spicier. And like I feel more deeply about this lady now than I did then, for sure. You know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
That's real.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so but with that too, like we are navigating. You know, she was getting on my nerves earlier today, like bad, severely. You know.
Severely.
Long conversation.
Yeah, but see, one thing I really love about me and BJ's relationship, like I feel like a lot of couples just like we're having the same conversations with ourselves sometimes in order to get out of a certain loop, those type of things to show up in your relationship. So I feel like me and BJ have been having a couple of conversations throughout our relationship, some that we've made a lot of progress on, some that we haven't made as much progress on. And so I think one of the things that makes us really successful in disagreeing is that I don't know, I guess we're interested in understanding each other's perspectives at some point. And then like, at some point, you know, I don't know. I tell him sometimes I feel like we're getting better at arguing, but he likes to say we don't argue, but I would say that that's not true. What do you think?
I don't argue.
Oh, okay. Maybe I just do.
Okay, so that takes me back to that. Is there a particular disagreement that you all had that actually made you come to the point where we have to do better at this, or we have to figure out what's happening that's causing this type of misunderstanding, or how you're handling misunderstandings?
I think so.
I would say more so the latter. I couldn't think of one because there have been some through lines, like things that may have bubbled up first month of this iteration of our relationship that we still revisit. And so it's like, yeah, no new issues, so to speak. Okay. However, we are continually like learning how to, even today, like how to navigate sharing ideas, navigate and receiving ideas, you know, and learning each other's communication styles, because I guess too, they change. They change. What was cool last year with a bottle of whiskey, ain't cool this year. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
It's out of season.
That part.
And so we are, you know, committed to, at least so far, to like relearning each other's communication styles and like not holding on to stuff too, because I think that that's a trap that I've fallen into before. It's like feeling as though I couldn't, like it was for naught trying to communicate the thing effectively. And so I found, you know, we're gonna keep it real, and you know, previous relationships and even in this one, in no ways that have been, you know, deleterious to what we're trying to do, but finding ways to self-soothe if I feel like I'm not gonna be heard, you know what I mean? But we have established this type of safety where we know that even if we don't like hearing it, if we don't like having the conversation, like we committed to having it, and we are committed to like trying to improve the way we have it every time.
Yes, I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
So it just we are now approaching the year of this whole COVID situation. Talibah, what do you think the biggest change that has come about in you since this time last year?
Wow, I feel like I've had so many huge things shifting. I think I'm just coming into a deeper acceptance and understanding of the journey that I'm on. Allowing myself to know that this path is right and that every step has been in the right direction, and allowing that to fuel the continuation of this journey. It's still in practice, you know, but I think like it's showing up in all areas of my life, coming to a deeper acceptance, appreciation, and love for my relationship with BJ, coming into a deeper acceptance, appreciation, and love for my relationship with my parents, my relationship with myself, my friends, respecting and loving deeply on my home and like my music. I've been so critical of myself throughout my life, and damn near everything and everybody around me probably, you know, but like just coming to a deeper understanding of how I really want to be as loving as possible and learning how to show up in that space. Also being way more willing to say when I don't know how to do that, when I don't know what I'm doing. And I feel like being in the house, like we've been in the house, you know, we've been together all day, every day for like a year, you know, legit, right? Pretty much. And I just, you know, it's been, I feel like extremely harmonious, all things considered. So I feel like that can only happen from like a radical willingness to be accepting of what's happening in front of you.
Wow. And that's so beautiful, because I don't know if you all have ever seen her perform. When you are performing, you are larger than life. You are performing like everything is in harmony in your life with the people around you that you're pouring out into the audience. So to hear that that's a daily work, that means you're going to get bigger and bigger, but still remain, you know, and that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yes.
I can't wait to get back on stage again. Oh my God.
You motivated this dress.
I love it.
My cousin who is watching now, I was sitting over her house and she played Wild One. Baby, I'm on that thing like this. Took me all of January, all of February clowning. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I said, that is my.
That's it. Yes. Oh, I love it.
Definitely. So, BJ, what shifts have you seen just in you?
Yeah, I think the biggest, and it's kind of dovetailing off of some of what Talibah alluded to, and that's just submitting to the idea that we ain't got no control. And my entire life, I've been trying to foist and force and make some stuff and you know, do things my Aries way. And this season, you know, and it does, like you mentioned, with the like us approaching that year mark, it does feel kind of full circle. And that is how I would sum it up, just like submitting to the flow, realizing that there is so much power in vulnerability and the willingness to sit and listen. And that for me has kind of put me in a place where like I don't have expectations, and at the very same time I'm expecting so much, you know, a whole lot, and I feel good being right there. I don't want to be nowhere else, you know what I mean? Like I'm really, this time has forced me to like trust not only the folks around me differently, but just the awe and, you know, the plan that is set for me. And so, yeah, I you know, I can say today with a clean heart that I'm just rolling, just going with the flow.
I love that. I love that. This question is for both of you as well. Again, both of you all are extremely talented. And again, prior to COVID, extremely busy. Extremely busy. Two-part question. How were you able to make that work? And how did you all provide? Because, you know, after performing and after filming and things of that nature, you want that love time. You want that tender time. You need that aftercare situation. How did y'all balance that?
Ooh.
Well, you know, I think as it relates to aftercare, like jumping off of this cliff, because right, like, you know, she was tearing up, like doing shows, and it was kind of during the pandemic, but I feel like we jumped off another cliff since last summer. But, you know, we were kind of rolling off of the high of me being on the show, P-Valley. And since then, aftercare has looked like really being gracious toward each other, because, you know, I have dealt with in this journey, especially in this last year, like some, you know, a lot of ups and downs, like a lot of folks. What I think what could be defined as like bouts with depression, you know, and like I feel like anybody can, you know, folks in a relationship can relate to what it's like to have to like lift a partner up or be supportive and loving in a way. And I know Talibah has shown up for me in some ways during times when, you know, I was feeling doubtful about like career trajectory, and to, you know, dig in just a little bit deeper. Like I left jobs to go do the television show, right? And after the television show, I had to come back to Memphis hustling. You know what I mean? And so even navigating that, like this economic landscape for everybody, or most folks, has been challenging. I don't care if you're the landlord or if you the, you know, whoever. And that's so right. we have been, I have been fortunate in navigating those hills and valleys to have somebody who I feel is really putting in the work to see me for me, you know, and not me for me in the moment, but me for who I'm supposed to be, you know. And so, yeah, I can't speak. I can speak to how she has cared for me after, you know, some of these challenges.
Oh. Wow. Well, you know, I would say one thing that we've done to care for ourselves in that way is get our ducks in a row. We were really out here, like we've been doing so much, but we figuring it out as we go, like, you know. So in this time, we were able to like get some organization. That's true. And we were also able to like switching Pretty Bull to Mama Sundry. It gave work that we're both interested in maintaining and serving the city in this, like in the same way we can gain from this, like we also can serve, which is something that BJ has encouraged me to to explore within myself the service that I have to offer. So we've been kind of balancing my desire to have like a cute boutique with BJ's desire to serve, and exchange those desires with each other. And you know, one truth about B and I, we've been together for, I don't know, 3.5 years in this iteration of our relationship. And we came in the game hardcore. We got together, moved in together, started businesses immediately. And so everything started at the same time. And so I feel like because we hit the ground running, going hard, going fast like that, we were figuring it out as we go. And I feel like this year we've been able to really kind of get to know each other a little more deeply, and also like learn how to have multiple discussions at the same time. Have our business discussions, have our relationship discussions, talk about family and show up in that way, and not feel like everything is so separate. And I think we've also learned, well, more so I've learned, BJ has been on this way longer than me, but that we are on the same team. And like when we have a combat or something, that doesn't mean that we're combating each other. That means that we're working to get to a space of understanding because we have the same goals. And so I think that has been a way to show care and honor for the time. You know?
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Let's discuss your spiritual practices. What is a practice or that has become a ritual or a routine in your home collectively?
Wow. I love this question. Can I? Okay. So I have always had a personal practice that has been always yoga, meditation, journaling, and I love smoke. So I love to burn candles and incense, weed, honestly, all the smokes. I love to tap in with those things. Okay. And so that's been my journey. I always wake up really early in the morning and I do my thing. BJ's journey is a little different. He does, I would say, more nighttime stuff, right? Like with your meditations and stuff, or like he don't have a period of time, actually. I have the same kind of time. He'll do it throughout. He has his meditation practice, which is really different from mine. And so I think in the beginning, our relationship started with a really powerful ritual that we had, but we had some challenges trying to navigate rituals together, would you say? A little bit.
Oh, yeah, we did. So, that's interesting because kind of like she just mentioned us trying to show up for each other in the business space. I think it's doubly hard trying to do that in the spiritual space. I think it's triply hard trying to do it when you in like a nondescript spiritual space, like when we're not going to the same church and the same Bible study and are like actively seeking kind of on the seemingly independent path. And so I would push back and say that my spirit, my practice ain't relegated to the nighttime because it's all day with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in constant commune, you know what I'm saying? And I think it shows up in like some really basic ways, and that's really just how I try to treat people. We had a conversation the last time you had me on, which I enjoyed so much, around faith, and I was sharing with you this idea, or like my time with the church and kind of leaving out and coming back. And I still, you know, with every book I done read, every tarot card that's been flipped, I still say Jesus had a good idea when he said, love God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, and love your neighbors yourself. And I'm walking by that daily, by the second. And so I would sum up my practice with that. But one thing that has been cool, I know you asked about how we are, you know, joining forces, so to speak, and that most recently has shown up in the form of like a consistent, just abundance practice, the daily mantras, you know, that we are working to just unpack and better not only understand, but like allow to sit in us. And so that has been that for 2021, for us, for you, for everybody listening. Like we really, like we are attracting straight abundance because we deserve it. Our ancestors and elders then put in the time, and you know what? Like the power, the so-called powers that be, like they've been demoted, and we are walking into this space where we like everything that we can think, everything that we say, like with good intention, is gonna come to us. And so that's the moral of the story. That's where I'm at with it right now.
Okay. Okay. So what is non-negotiable in your relationship?
One, and we kind of poked at this earlier around like communication styles. So like I grew up in a really kind of like modest household, wasn't a whole lot of boys raising, you know, and in that space, I have come to appreciate being willing to talk about the things, the most challenging things, but always with some semblance of like respect. And so, you know, I would lay that out as a non-negotiable, being able to, no matter what we're going through, always approach each other in the situation with like actual respect. Hopefully some love will be underpinning that too.
What's my non-negotiable? I mean,
you got some. You got some.
Whatever. I guess I don't know. That's crazy because I don't know.
Well, that's no.
I would say that we
Just
so we all right, we're gonna take it here.
Let's go.
So we have navigated conversations around monogamy and how we show up for each other and honor ourselves and each other simultaneously. And I feel like in moving through some of those combos, we've established some non-negotiables.
Yeah, that's true. But the thing is true. Well, it's similar to what he said. It's a communication thing for me. Like one thing that's true about BJ, he's kind of like if we're communicating about something specifically, you've had some ideas about how things should move before we got together. And then when we got together, it's like things can't move that way over here. So I have some non-negotiables in that regard as far as like, you know, like he's had the tendency at times to like want to shut conversations down that we're having. And I'll be like, like we got to keep talking. Or he might want to leave or something and not have the conversation, but it's a necessity for me to have the conversation in that moment, because if we're having some type of a challenging conversation and you leave, then my mind is going nuts. And then I'll probably get on protection mode. And it's not, we don't even want that, you know, because then it's like I'm not feeling safe and I want to run, you know, if we can't talk about this thing, you know, or like you're so convinced that you have to be right that you can't be with me and determine how we can be ourselves in this relationship. So I think that's a big thing for me. Yeah.
That, man, fragile male ego is a real thing. And I've been in school, like, really trying to check that and, you know, face that head on because, yeah, like, it sounds like a different me. And I know I'm so far from, you know, where I hope to be, but, yeah, we'd be into it and I'm dipping. Like, I ain't got time, you know. And thinking back on that now, that is like unacceptable. I couldn't even see getting to that point now, you know. Yeah. Thank you, man.
I also don't think you're so far from where you want to be either.
Yeah. Okay.
I love y'all. Okay, so lastly, and I'm going to do something different with you all because I just think it's going to be so exciting. So I'm going to give you, Talibah, I'm going to say 5 words, and I'm just going to use my fingers. Okay. I want you to say a word, and BJ, I want you to say whatever comes to mind based on the word she says.
Okay.
Okay.
Go.
Wait, what? I don't get it.
So
go ahead, explain.
You'll say rattle up. She'll rattle off 5 words.
Right.
Random words.
You're going to choose a word, and I want the words to be related to you and him. 5 words. When you say the word, I want BJ to say the first word that comes to his mind based off the words you said.
Each word. Okay.
Each word.
Okay. Growth.
Pain.
Magic.
You.
Longevity. You're killing it right now.
Killing you. Wait to end the show. Wait to end it.
This I like this. I'm trying to get some good words so I can get to know something new up in here. Okay, hold on. I got it. Give me one.
No, that can't even be right.
Home.
Freedom.
One more.
One more? Okay. One more word. Okay, I can do this. The last word is so many words in the world. That's crazy. Okay, my last word is coitus. You're supposed to say the first word. You said everything else so fast. You want to say the first one again?
No, you know what it was? I was really trying to jog my mind and remember what that word meant. I was like, you should just say sex. I don't know what coitus means. I'm gonna say party, and I'm saying party because I don't know, Angela, when are we gonna get invited to one of the parties?
I don't want to come.
I know he's not coming either.
He's not coming either.
We've already discussed it.
Another person that comes that shouldn't be there.
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct. That is correct. But I do have kinky virtual date nights.
Tell us more. What is that? What is that?
That is the next. That is what I was going to talk about it after I ended the show. But yes, I am expanding, and I have done about 5 with exclusive groups of people, and I've gotten wonderful feedback.
Nice.
So I am being me, nervously exposing it to the public to see, you know, people who are willing to. I mean, we have to. The reason for relationship rhetoric is to fortify relationships all the time, every moment that you have. And the only way, you all are a great representation of that. Communication, evolving, having fun, finding ways to do something different with what becomes mundane so quickly. So one of those things is creating a date night system where couples get together and they use their 5 senses in the kinkiest yet simplest ways possible. And then they talk about it. So my next session is March 14th. And so I'm just exposing and putting it out there to the people so that, you know, I'm about the love. I love self-love. I take very good care of myself. However,
Hello.
Right.
I want to say kudos to you for being a trailblazer and for being somebody who, you know, as I understand it, you don't have to invest like through your platform and through your time in, you know, other folks' relationships or even, you know, in your audience. And I just want to say thank you on behalf of your audience and the folks, you know, having been on this show a couple of times. Just thank you to you for really like showing up in the mighty way, really challenging us to communicate, challenging us to think about different ways for us to love on each other, be it in relationship or in community. And I think it's just really important that you get some of them flowers and that you know that, you know, we see you.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm gonna be an elder for a second. All of this was built out of pain. And it was interesting that those were words that you all chose. You know, this whole baby was developed when I was in pain in my relationship. And I made a promise and I made a commitment. I made a covenant with the Creator that I was going to do everything possible to make sure that women didn't hurt like I was hurting and men didn't hurt like my ex-husband was hurting. So from that day, the events that I do, the shows that I do, all of that is to make sure, even if you have a conversation and you really realize, no, this is not for us, at least you have the conversation and you're not married 45 years, miserable. Who does that?
A lot of folks.
A lot.
You know, and love is a choice. Love is a choice. Those hormones and all that stuff, that only lasts 3 months. That's fact. Look it up. 3 months. Everything else that you choose to do after that is a concentrated choice. So I applaud you all because you all are making a choice and you all are a beautiful reflection, not just for young people, but for people my age as well, because you are not afraid to say there is work to be done. You know what I'm saying? You all are choosing to put in the work to be where you are, period. And I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful.
This is incredible.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for allowing me into your world. I really appreciate what you all represent for us.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Keep on keeping on too. And we'll be there on the 14th.
You and I did the same thing, Talibah. Oh, okay. Now, before I leave, I can't leave without Talibah. Don't you have music coming up?
I do. See, you so solid. Yes, it's coming out at midnight. I got a song
tonight,
and you are so aptly dressed for my song "Animal Kingdom." You have no idea. Like you're so in flow. Like we're so connected right now. My yellow with your yellow background. So yeah, Animal Kingdom's coming out. It's technically tomorrow, but it'll be out at midnight. And it's a bop, it's a vibe, and I think that you'll enjoy it.
If it's anything like what I heard, I just be looking for twerk-worthy music. Animal Kingdom. Okay, where can they find it, Talibah?
It's everywhere on all music streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal. What are the other ones? I don't know. I feel like those are the main ones. It'll be on YouTube as well and SoundCloud. So you'll be able to find it everywhere.
All right, guys. You hear that, audience. You cannot say that you did not know. Tonight at midnight, Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
I am playing about that. The Animal Kingdom includes everyone. Everyone in the kingdom.
Yes, it does. And it's about exactly what we're talking about tonight, which is why I'm so thankful. I feel like this is a truly serendipitous moment, that this song is really about partnership and what you're willing to tolerate, what you're not willing to tolerate, recognizing that you have choices. And I feel like I wrote that song right before this was about to happen. So
wow.
It's a powerful situation.
Well, I don't know why, but I guess I know now why, because I was just like, March is entering spring, and I think you all were going to be an amazing way to step into March. Amazing way to prepare for spring energy. And I feel good. I feel great. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, midnight, Animal Kingdom. Find it, download it. Let's give our girls some love.
Yes.
Let's give our people some love. I love y'all so much. Take care of yourself.
You
do the same.
Bless your heart. Say it again.
I said, we'll see you soon. Why are you blessing her heart?
Because I was going to say, Bertram is my kinfolks. He is a piece of work. I love him so.
He's a piece of work. A beautiful piece of work.
Beautiful soul. You're so beautiful, Bertram. You know, I have a special place for you before I even knew we were related. How you gave love to my son. So, you know, we forever. We forever. All right. I love y'all. Take it easy. Keep loving on each other. I'll see you soon.
All right, we'll see you. We'll meet at the park.
Oh my God, goodbye. Hurry up. Yes, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. That was, again, another refreshing interview with some young people, with some old spirits who you can see their relationship, their work is covered and guided above and beyond them. So please, please always provide a space for understanding in your relationships, and make sure that that understanding starts with yourself. Know what you want. Know what you will tolerate. Know what your non-negotiables are before you go into a situation and start making a grocery list of things that you will, I'm talking to me, will and will not take. So if you are single, take some time, make some lists, talk about the things that you feel like you would negotiate and will not negotiate on, okay? And make sure that you are ready to receive those things that you're asking for, because relationships are work. You can easily be in love, but you got to be willing to put in the work to continue to make love do what it's supposed to do. Love is like plants. If you don't nurture it, if you don't take care of it, if you don't provide it with what it needs, it will die. It will die. So ask yourself regularly, am I ready to put in the work to do what I need to do to make my relationship work? I love you so much. As I said, I am opening up my virtual date night sessions. My next session is March 14th. 2021. If you are interested, you can DM me personally, unapologetically Angela, and I will give you more information, or you can leave me a message here on Relationship Rhetoric. I would love for you to be a part of it. Just imagine getting a sexy, sleek box delivered to your home that you cannot open until the event. And when you open it, all of your senses have been aroused and stimulated just because you don't know what's in the box. If you are willing to take a chance, hit me up and I will give you all the information you need. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting me and being here. You're not just supporting me, you're supporting love. And that means more to me than anything I could ever ask for. Peace, love, and space for understanding. Have a wonderful night, guys.